What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of London? Big Ben, the iconic red buses, and these unmistakable bright red post boxes. But did you know that behind this simple red box lies a massive empire that hasn't slept for over 500 years? Yes, we are talking about the Royal Mail, a service that literally pumps through the veins of the UK. Delivering over 1.3 billion parcels every single year. With a massive workforce of around 160,000 dedicated staff, this logistics giant never truly sleeps. Operating 24/7 through the night, it is an essential part of daily life for every single person in the country. In fact, it ranks as one of the biggest and most recognisable companies in the UK, generating billions of pounds in revenue annually. Today on Exploring UK, we are diving deep into how this massive system is managed, some mind-blowing facts behind it, and yes, why it faces frustrating delays these days. Let's check it out. The 500-year-old legacy. The history of Royal Mail goes back over 5 centuries. In 1516, King Henry V created the position of Master of the Posts, establishing an organisation that would eventually evolve into the modern postal service. Back then, communication was completely exclusive. Messages were carried by horse riders galloping between royal courts. Ordinary citizens had absolutely no access to it. That changed in 1635 when King Charles I opened the system to the public. As the decades rolled on, the way mail moved had to keep pace with the changing world. Before the invention of trains, Royal Mail used heavily armed mail coaches, horse-drawn carriages escorted by guards with blunderbuss guns to fight off notorious highway robbers on dark country roads. Then came the industrial era, and in 1830, Royal Mail pioneered the world's first ever moving mail train. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and in 1838, Royal Mail introduced the world's first travelling post office, where mail was sorted while the train was still moving. For generations, workers sorted letters by hand, inside railway carriages racing through the British countryside, often late into the night. It was a fast, gritty and dangerous operation that laid the foundation for modern global logistics. But the real global revolution happened in 1840 with the introduction of the penny black, the world's very first adhesive postage stamp. Before this, sending letters was incredibly expensive and complicated because the receiver had to pay for the delivery. The penny black flipped the script, making the sender pay up front. It made communication cheap, accessible, and democratized mail for millions of ordinary people. But the revolution didn't just stop at stamps. Inside the logistics machine. Today, Royal Mail operates on a scale that is hard to imagine. Every single day, millions of letters and parcels enter the system. But how does this chaotic flood of paper and cardboard actually find its way to the right doorstep? It all starts the moment you drop a letter into a postbox or hand a package over at a local post office. From there, it travels to one of Royal Mail's massive, high-tech mail centres. Inside these football field-sized facilities, sophisticated optical sorting machines scan the specific UK postcode in nanoseconds. Letters are automatically flipped, coded, and sorted by destination. After sorting, the mail is loaded into a vast fleet of red trucks and transported overnight across a complex grid of roads and regional hubs. By the time you wake up, the mail has already reached a local delivery office, where your local post worker organises their specific route for the day. The army of posties and shocking facts. A major reason Royal Mail can operate at this scale is its human workforce, employing close to 160,000 people it is one of the largest employers in the UK. For many local communities, especially in remote British villages, the post worker, affectionately called the postie, is an essential part of daily life. And the system holds secrets that might shock you. For instance, look closely at any red postbox in London. The royal cipher engraved on it, like E2R or CR3, tells you exactly which king or queen was on the throne when that specific box was cast. Furthermore, did you know that from 1927 to 2003, London operated a secret, driverless underground railway network called the Mail Rail? Running 19 hours a day, it moved 4 million letters daily completely beneath the congested streets of London. Oh, and to tie those millions of letters together, Royal Mail goes through an estimated hundreds of millions of iconic red rubber bands every single year, so many that dropping them on pavements has actually sparked local litter debates. But even with all this history, the modern competition is fierce. Newer services like Evri and InPost are completely changing the game. InPost, for example, has become massive across the UK with its self-service automated lockers. For sellers, you just scan a PIN or QR code and drop your parcel off. To fight back, Royal Mail has now launched its own dedicated bright red parcel lockers outside post offices. They've even partnered with Quadient, an open locker network where you can drop or collect parcels for 4 different major couriers including Royal Mail, Evri, DPD and UPS, all from a single machine. Yet despite these hyper-convenient digital options, millions still prefer traditional Royal Mail. While the younger generation loves the flexibility of automated lockers, the older generation heavily relies on deep-rooted trust. To them, Royal Mail is a legitimate government-backed British institution, whereas these tech couriers are just the new kids on the block. The dark side: delays and disruptions. However, it isn't all smooth sailing. In recent years, Royal Mail has faced severe criticism, and service delays have become a recurring national headline. If you live in the UK, you may even have experienced it yourself: letters or important documents arriving days or even weeks later than expected. So what's going wrong? The biggest challenge is a massive shift in global culture. Decades ago, letters were the main way to communicate. Today, emails and digital apps have caused traditional letter volumes to plummet. Meanwhile, online shopping has caused parcel volumes to explode. Royal Mail is heavily restructuring its 500-year-old system to become a parcel-first company, which has caused major friction. Combined with severe staffing shortages, high sick leave rates, and high-profile staff strikes over the cost of living, the system has frequently suffered massive backlogs.
What's at stake is the very future, not just of your terms and conditions, but this industry, because we know what they want to do. Fully privatise this industry, different terms and conditions, bring people in on 20% less wages, working more hours than you do, driving you out.
They're just interested and focused on parcels. They probably look at companies like Amazon and look at the profit that they make, and they want to go down that route.
To cut mounting costs, regulator Ofcom even moved to review operational changes, such as modifying second-class weekend delivery targets, proving that the struggle to modernise a centuries-old network is an uphill battle. Conclusion: 500 years on, Royal Mail is caught between its historic legacy and the demands of a high-speed digital world. It is introducing electric delivery vans, drone trials, and digital tracking. Yet despite every corporate change, strike, or delay, That iconic red post box still stands firm on almost every London street corner, a silent, living piece of British history. If you loved exploring the hidden mechanics and stories behind everyday UK life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment with your own Royal Mail experiences, and join us for our next journey across Britain. Until next time. Thanks for watching.